Old Rick was horrified to discover by chance that the lottery ticket he had just bought had a loophole. He quickly grabbed a napkin and started calculating the odds of winning. Using a plethora of mathematical formulas, he successfully determined that if he bought 2,000 tickets at once, he was guaranteed to make a profit. To verify the accuracy of his calculations, Old Rick immediately went to the bank, withdrew a month's worth of his retirement funds without hesitation, and hurried to the lottery store to purchase 2,000 tickets. Soon, it was time for the lottery drawing. Old Rick carefully recorded the winning numbers. The next day, after checking the numbers and adding up all the winnings, he found that not only did he not make a single penny, but he had actually lost $327. This left Old Rick perplexed. Could he really have miscalculated? As a math professor who had taught the subject his entire life, how could he possibly make such an error? The following day, he returned to the lottery store to double-check the rules and recalculated the odds of winning. After this calculation, he was absolutely certain that his reasoning was correct. Since his math wasn't wrong, he concluded that he simply hadn't bought enough tickets. Old Rick told his friends about the loophole, hoping they would join him in buying more tickets. However, his friends thought he must have gone crazy over money and advised him to stop daydreaming, but Old Rick refused to give up. That night, he made a crazy decision. Early the next morning, he went back to the bank, withdrew his entire retirement fund at once, and then headed straight to the lottery store, unhesitatingly purchasing 6,000 tickets. The sales clerk was completely exasperated, as it took a full 3 hours to print them all. After checking the winning numbers, Old Rick discovered that this time, he had actually made money $15,700 in profit, not including his initial investment. It turned out his calculations were indeed correct. Old Rick was overjoyed. He continued to buy tickets using this method and consistently turned a profit. To keep his wife from finding out he was playing the lottery, he hid all the money in the storage room and even in popcorn buckets. However, his wife soon discovered it. When she sternly asked how he got the money, Old Rick had no choice but to come clean, admitting that he had made it all by buying lottery tickets. He had accidentally figured out a loophole. It was a risky endeavor, and they didn't have much in retirement savings, so he had kept it a secret. But he couldn't resist the temptation to try it out. He expected his wife to reprimand him, but to his surprise, her expression suddenly changed. She demanded to know why he hadn't told her sooner. Not only was it legal, but it was also profitable. He had played it safe his whole life. Now, he wanted to go a little crazy. The next day, Old Rick and his wife went to the lottery store, planning to buy 8,000 tickets. However, they discovered that the only lottery store in town was closing. If they wanted to purchase tickets, they would have to drive 10 hours to the city.